Lagging with the we dump it off like V. Ramonovic. Sorry, homie, you know we not friends, it's all for politics. Politics, never get to see who really run it. Now you know who run it. You rappers on punishment. Papa dog, they be lying on they brother. Everybody scared of Lil Linky, man, is evident. Feeling like 50 way back in North 3 OD. Talking about me on some other 301 screaming 4-4 on my Louis. Papa tags by the mode, don't they dummy? 3 miles even news for a gold news. Black and yellow boots with the boots in the ghost suit. We had a go-go last week. We don't really care who got last week. Riding under me, the blog and really bumping me. Go some bad, you don't want no problems with a GD, CPG. I'm the king of the streets. I never had to struggle when it through a beef. Always 10 toes, so it's hard to defeat. And trust me, I've been looking hard for a beef, huh? He ain't rapped this hard in a long time. You street, all Vita dudes and eyes. Muslim homie always say, well, I ain't to the guys. All my life, been addicted to the power, ain't gon' lie, yo. Ain't no fear, I'm never willing, put the up in yo. Ain't no telling when we do it, we just think get ya. Got a bad thing, it ain't lie. Why, with some keep my why, north side, bumping north with a deck. When I was a baby, I was running for respect. You gon' get your with the set. Around here and talk crazy, you get we ran so many out of here. Wonder why young Linky never had a fear. Say it once, say it twice, you gon' get peace. Anybody ever ask what happened with the bleach? Running from police, they almost had me wanna slip. Way back, I almost started there. Run the same.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup today where the focus will be on the passing game. The Giants are #1 in pass defense, and they're going up against the Rams offense that knows they'll be challenged. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford. We are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They, too, come in off the bye, so we should have two teams that are eager to get back at it.
And players are creatures of habit. You can bet they enjoyed the time off, but you know they're also ready to get right back into the swing of things.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Last year's #1 overall pick, here he comes. He'll be leading them and looking for an improvement in year 2, Jared Goff.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
False start, offense.
Yes.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still third down.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And it's going to be incomplete.
So we have to remember, this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
It's Johnny Hecker now, an all-pro 3 of the last 4 years on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, Eli Manning, in season number 14 now.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Manning. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down, here's Manning. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Manning. And it's incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now this time, Manning will throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 2nd down now after the pass completion. Working from the gun, Manning on target over the middle to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. second down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now this time he'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Madden. Able to haul it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And now running right through it. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
On 4th down, off goes Manning, and on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrich Rosas, for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And before we can get to the field goal try, time will run out on this first quarter play. 0-0 our score. Back to MetLife Stadium in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
And they've got a decision to make here on 4th down and 2. And the first play will be a field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Reminder later tonight, a good one down in Miami. It'll be the Raiders and the Dolphins. A lot of playoff history between those two in the 70s.
Yeah, there sure is.
And then tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 9, the unofficial halfway point of the season with the Lions and Packers from Lambeau. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. Showing why he was the number 1 pick as he gets him behind the line. They'll try the air now with Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Throwing on third. Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. New York set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Manning to throw on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So the attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing is Manning on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat. Yeah,
a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Now Austin. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On first down, it's Gurley. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this time out. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with Larry Ridley for highlights and analysis of our first half of play. Not too many highlights yet, at least in terms of scoring plays, that is.
Yeah, but hang in there. We might get something these last 2 minutes.
And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, But you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11.
Yeah.
It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18.
It's a pick six.
Bye-bye.
Come on. Go.
He's at the 30.
All the way.
20.
Get the fuck out of
Bring it
here.
back. It's a pick
Yeah.
six. Touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Look at the reach. Let me take that for 6. I'm going with that. The mic is on. Maybe it's not loud enough.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point.
It's not loud. The mic is on. It's not loud.
It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
It's better now. I was saying I'm very sorry, Dwayne, and I hope everything's well. Little K is doing good, and the mic should be good now. But thank you, Mrs. Gray. I appreciate it. Better? Should be better.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Pick 6 for your mama.
And this will be a touchback as that sails.
Is that better, Mrs. K? No, I'm just kidding.
Todd Gurley in the offense. They get set and trot back out there now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game.
Yeah.
Running it.
Use your swat.
People after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired. They get out of position, or he runs
Stop
through
asking me that
tackles.
stupid message.
Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here? Second and 10. Goff again. Open man right side is Cup complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Come on, we've been
Small
pretty
glimpse
decent
there
on
as to
third
why they
down.
like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff. Didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about it.
They like his work ethic.
Yeah, get
Every
him.
route well in the
Nothing.
tree, getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's Johnny Hecker now.
Johnny, don't give a
punt
heck.
for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by
Great
a
catch.
yard or two. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. And now out come the Giants. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a
It's
general
better, man.
rule.
Thank
What
you.
they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Oh, I didn't want to do that. Why'd you
Pops
stop
free.
and
The
pop?
collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Manning again here on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Yeah!
Manning
Fucking first down.
Big play there. 44 yards. A great job.
Been waiting for that.
From a
Let's
guy,
go.
as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different
He's
ways.
one-on-one.
Sometimes he just takes and just runs past people.
Right in the
Sometimes you
breadbasket.
get people to back off so far that you can catch everything
Show me the
underneath.
catalog.
But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Shotgun now for Manning. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized,
Really should be 17
and extremely confident in what they do.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished up by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Trying to figure out where you fucked up. San Francisco 0-8. San Francisco tree.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Probably the best game I've ever played.
And the Rams getting set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense.
Yeah, get his ass on the ground, make him
The
kiss.
Giants get there. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Yeah, that's
So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where
That
we check
pick
in with
six
Larry
was
Ridley
amazing.
and our EA
Seen
Sports
lie out
halftime
loud.
report. Take it away, Larry.
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. The Giants are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Rams just want to come out after the half
Holding them
and claw their way
to
back
less
into
than
the
100
game.
total yards.
So let's take a look
Amazing.
at some of the highlights from the first half.
That pick 6, man.
Rams
Look
with
at
the
that.
ball late in the half. The pass ends up being picked off. Beasley's turning around for a touchdown.
I was going nuts,
They take
man.
a 7-0 lead.
And I ran a punt back the last
Staying
game
late in the
against the
half.
Seahawks.
Manning
In the
connects with
second
OBJ
quarter.
deep downfield. And he won't be brought down until he makes it to
And
the
Beckham.
8-yard line. Still a little time left on the clock. Manning's on point with the throw. Play drive goes for a touchdown.
Yeah. How about those highlights, boys?
Now 1st and 10. Defense is going to come away with the sack. This will go as a
He's just
loss of
standing there in his church shoes slipping.
Sorry, Larry. Your hard work appreciated by
All right,
so
let's get the
many
ball
men
back.
and women, but not today.
Over in the chat.
Back to the action in the second half.
Mrs. and Mrs. Heavenson. Nice to meet you. Welcome in. What's up?
Meanwhile, down in Philly, and the Eagles out in front early. Carson
Hey,
Wentz
Charlie,
with
what's
2
going on?
first-half touchdown
Played Friday
passes.
the 13th.
Here now, time to discuss Odell
Never
Beckham
played it.
Jr. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
You get hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality...
Like, where's Pat Mahomes? He was injured.
They've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now Manning.
Ooh, what a catch.
Caught by Landry. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
First Dizzle. Oh, man. He's lying now. Fucking catch.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
No, I don't want that guy in there. Oh my God, he's still injured.
Hey, we got 3 down.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he slings one.
Who
It's
is that?
incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And that'll bring up second down.
He needs to get cut.
Well, too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned him loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Pass incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
On third down, Manning. He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
Yes.
10.
Ooh, almost in for 6.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
It's a fucking 50-yard grab, almost for the score.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They go play action here on first down.
It's too easy. It's like taking
Beckham.
baby.
Touchdown,
It's the second.
Giants. Odell Beckham with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Giants add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Eli, 2 touchdown pass. Nice.
So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Nice return, sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Halloween movie.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want.
Nothing.
Well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Next time, so hopefully I won't be in the church and slipping for
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Rams on 3rd down. Over 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Goff. Gonna throw right side here.
He's fucking wide
and he's got the
open.
first
For
down
what
yardage
reason?
before being taken down at midfield. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the
All the
chain.
games. Okay.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley.
Nothing.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little game.
Get in there, bees.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Jamal Charles is in the chat.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are some kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley.
Yes.
They'll get only a
Come on,
couple
you
down to the
couldn't
44.
look Get that leg button.
What happens sometimes when you
Hit that share
abandon the
button
running
if you're
game, it's
coming in.
hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality,
Scream if you're coming
firing
in.
out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've
The
only
Rams.
converted once
They're
in
getting
4
beat
tries.
up.
This
Last
is
night,
3rd and 4. Goff now looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
He got level.
Forward for 2, maybe 3.
What's that
We do have a
flag?
flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Yeah, hold him. Bring it back. W money, make a stack.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came.
And it got caught in the
against
cookie
him.
jar on that one. Shut the fuck up, Charles. Davis.
3rd and long. It's gone. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Nothing. That's
And
what
he'll be
I'm
taken
down.
down at the 44-yard line.
Slow-minded
10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up the first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And now the Giants will stop playing, so
They're
they
going for a
take a
field goal,
timeout
going for a
defensively.
touchdown.
It's just their first, so 2
Touchdown.
remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
I don't know if those 2 games. Yo, Mrs. K, do me a favor. Those 2 losses
All
I
right,
took.
so the timeout
Tampa
over and
Bay
all
and
11 men back
Philadelphia,
out onto the
was
field
I
for the
at home? I don't know if
defense.
I'm undefeated at home or not.
On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And
Oh,
he
hey, doing
missed it. It's no good.
Hey,
The
doing
second half now in Philadelphia.
Doing the clown.
NFL scoreboard. And what about the Broncos?
The fucking
Leading
Eagles are
that
gonna
game
take
to
a
this
loss?
point.
Come on,
Jacoby
man.
Brissett
The Broncos
with 1
got
touchdown
lost in the
pass
league all
thus
day in
far.
that game. Doink.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done it?
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Connor Barwin not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And
Tyreek.
over the middle.
Tyreek Hill.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on 3rd down. Manning. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the
Where's the
final
coverage
play
on
of
that?
this 3rd quarter. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Giants do snap it. It's Madden. He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
Yeah, that's a fucking first down.
The decision to go for it pays off. And they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, we know that someone has absolutely no fear. 4th down.
Manning.
Downfield.
Double coverage.
That ball was
Still
competed
gets it.
for by both the defender and the guy catching it. And he comes down.
Dealing and dealing.
Now they got 1st and goal. What a big-time play.
Big time play. Humongous play.
Operating from the gun. Manning, the quick slant.
Yeah, Landry for 6.
Take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Yeah, boy.
Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and lead even more comfortable.
Keep that goose egg on the board. I think that'll be our first shot.
They went into this one ahead of time. Maybe they're seeking some revenge, or they just.
Where's the stats?
The other thing that always hits me is,
Tampa.
are they worried about
played in
playoff
Tampa
position? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
In Philly.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The drive summary that time.
Los Angeles can't hang with us.
And it was finished off by a touchdown.
They're on the bang bus.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe.
Yeah, good coverage.
Goff is sacked. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Defensively, I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in the running game.
Hold it down.
Make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
To throw is Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. They got him in over the middle. It's Woods. 5 yards on the catch there.
Eagles
2nd down. You get the big lead defensively.
Oh, there's still plenty.
Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Dumps it off to Gurley.
A flag.
I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Nice.
Takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Manning. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A giant first down, Manning to an open Beckham. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Gonna send them back to fucking LA with a big fat goose egg, hopefully.
Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Second down following the run. Manning looking to throw it. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 3rd down, Manning. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Where's the flag at?
And that one incomplete. Had some position, but
there's some
hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Where's the flag, B?
4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far, 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Bryce Hager coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. On 1st down, gone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd and 10, gone. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Rams on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 at this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again is gone.
Yeah!
Picked off by the linebacker.
Let's go!
And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. They had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So, Charles, are able to complete what seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes.
It's fucking worse than a New York net loss. Los Angeles can't hang with us.
Falling too fast to prepare for this. Tripping in the world could be dangerous. Everybody circling his vultures. Negative, nepotist. Everybody waiting for the fall of man. Everybody praying for the end of time.
You have an injury from the last game. See how long they will be out.
We got the 49ers next week, the winless 49ers.
Don't forget, work on installing your game plan
0-9.
to this week's matchup.
I don't give a fuck. Nice.